My name's Eddie Stride. I'm the president of Pacific Labour Consulting, based in the United States, in Arizona. My part in all of this is pretty traditional. We do engineered work standards, which are applied to increase productivity within the warehouse. In the old days, it used to be done manually, but now as the technology increases, the newer technology can enable us to provide standards applications which are far more discrete, far more accurate within the warehouse situation. So it does increase productivity significantly.
A lot of people are scared about new technology, new things, new stuff, and you mentioned earlier on about the Teamsters and getting union buy-in to something like this. How do you negotiate the business of finding something that might fit, introducing it, and reaping the benefit?
Well, really, what we do is fairly tried and trusted. There are many programs out there to apply standards and productivity programs. The newest systems, such as Winventory and Win, are far more accurate, shall I say, far more detailed. And with the fact that you develop the standards based upon actual observation of the operations, it's a very easy sell to the unions, because they can see that what you've done is to recognise every aspect of the operation. You don't miss anything. So what you produce as standards, as controls, are very acceptable to them.
How's business?
Business is really good. It's surprisingly good, actually. In a downturn in the economy, funnily enough, it's probably better for people like us than in a really vibrant economy, because people are always looking to save money, and that's where we come in. That's our stock in trade, if you will.
What kind of business would use your business?
Anybody. What we're talking about here is predominantly warehouse and distribution operations, but I've been involved in manufacturing too. All types of manufacturing, all types of distribution. We sort of hone in more here on food distribution, but I've been involved in furniture distribution, electronics, hanging garments. Any business really can benefit from this type of technology.
What would you say to people maybe watching this, financial directors, company founders, saying, look, why would I bother? Why should I just take on all that pain?
I don't think it's taking on pain. I think what they would see is that it's a very, very quick return on investment. Traditionally, people look at projects. When you look at new computer systems, all the rest of it, return on investment is normally in the order of about 2 years or so. When you introduce a standards-based program with this technology, you're talking about 6 months maximum for return on investment, which is quite spectacular. The only thing is that people tend to look at standards sometimes as being a little bit boring, a bit old hat. But it's one of the best returns on investment there is.
Very good. And new technology, I suppose in some ways what you're proposing and involved in, and it's not a radically new technology, I suppose, in some ways, Eddie, but I suppose more businesses are looking at your technology and introducing it, are they? Is that how you're growing?
Yes, that's how we're growing. I think the biggest area really has been, if you like, the smaller companies, particularly. Traditionally, the big companies that have got major distribution centres have probably got programs that they've been using for a while, but you find that there's an awful lot of people who've just literally tried nothing. And surprisingly, as I said earlier on today, we found out that a company like Coca-Cola had nothing. And that was a big surprise to me. Now, that's not a small company, I will admit. Although their distribution centres are fairly small, they had nothing based on this either. And 10 years ago, no McDonald's facility had either. So it's quite amazing. There is an awful lot of opportunity around.